The town and the and DEM entered into a license agreement at a cost of $10 annually to the town in March of 2009 concerning the property owned by the state of Rhode Island at 2289 Hartford Avenue in Johnston. You're all familiar with the site. It's right next to the DEM Division Office for Recreation, and I know most of you are very familiar with that site. Through the license agreement, the state essentially allowed the premises with land valued at about $208,500 to be used for the town for the purpose of construction and operation of a municipal fire station. So for $10 a year, the town has acquired the use of very valuable land in an excellent location for a municipal fire station. In order to do that construction and still not incur any cost, the town received contributions through the mayor's efforts from Rhode Island Resource Recovery and A. Dewey Pyle, a private business in the town, in the amount of $2.15 million for the construction of the fire station. In return for the use of the premises, the town did agree to provide public amenities to improve already existing access to neighboring neighboring Snake Den State Park. It wasn't brand new created access, but we did agree as a result of the state, especially the Department of Environmental Management's willingness to allow us to utilize this site at such a critical place for the town to build a fire station. We agreed that as part of that construction, we would provide certain amenities for access to the park. Now, this access included parking and public restrooms so that hikers could have amenities to access the park, and high school cross-country teams could be dropped off to use the park. That was a specific point in the discussions with the department, that they wanted the parking in the rear of the fire station to be sufficient for school buses, so that school buses could have parking space and turnaround room. And the reason for the school buses was to allow cross-country, high school cross-country teams to utilize the trails through Snake Den Park as a part of their cross-country drills and practices. So that seemed then and still seems today like a very good idea, and if that could be a beneficial collateral consequence to the construction of the fire station, all for the better. Now, the discussions between the town and DEM related to space in the parking lot, as we said, for those school buses and for access for hikers. It also required that we have a public restroom, and again, from the town's point of view, that certainly made sense. In addition, it really wasn't any burden, because maybe some of you know that if you ever had the need to access a fire station restroom on an emergency basis, as a citizen, you have the right to do that, and you could do that anywhere. So it really wasn't anything that we wouldn't otherwise have provided in the construction of the fire station. The principals for the town of Johnston who negotiated the transaction never heard any talk and any discussions with DEM regarding hunting at Snake Den Park. It just was simply not a part of the discussions. The town's permission was not sought, nor was the town aware that hunting regulations were going to be placed in effect for this hunting season at the time the license agreement was negotiated. The town did not discuss at any point or agree at any time to the type of hunting in Snake Den Park that we're all here to talk about tonight, the bow hunting. In fact, when we reviewed the licensing agreement, there was no reference in state law to allowing, through passive recreation, bow hunting at Snake Den Park.
I was thinking about the Middle Ages after that bizarre meeting on Monday, which was kind of a cross between Saturday Night Live versus the Twilight Zone. And I said to myself, it's as though the town of Johnston has become, we've gone back to the Middle Ages. It's Duke Sullivan, we are the Duchy of Johnston, and we no longer have control of our town. But in fact, and I know I'm Pollyanna to say this, it's a democratic republic with elected officials, and we're the landowners. And I think we have to take back our town for Michael Sullivan, who has single-handedly decided that he is going to be in control of our safety, the safety of our children, our nice little quality of life, and also our